leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? The trick of the lips, play ball. Play ball. Load at the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And welcome to Laughter
Laughter
Saves Lives
Live.
Welcome. I am Roseanne Sorrentino.
I'm Les Deegan.
And we are brought to you by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 911 community. Well, so far we got the opening down.
We got the opening down, Pat.
Alrighty, look at that.
Better than John did if he was.
Now.
No, come on. I got to get that first
I
shot
know,
in.
you got to get the zingers in, right?
This is exciting.
It is. I'm very excited. Just me and you. I haven't
This
seen
is
you
great.
in such a long time.
There's a part of me that feels like we're opening the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Wouldn't be good? Oh, here comes Popeye.
Here it comes. So how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing really, really well, actually.
We're both retired and into our new second chapters.
Our second chapters, yes. And my second chapter is involving a lot of traveling, which is fun.
Where have you been lately?
Well, not lately, but I will be in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio.
The day after Thanksgiving, I'm doing an autograph signing.
Is this for Annie?
Yes, it's a little Annie mini reunion. Me and Annie and Molly.
How wonderful! Now,
Isn't that exciting?
why how did San Antonio?
We were asked to go. A promoter wanted to do this little thing, and we're on our way.
You are having so much fun with that.
I am. I'm having. See my new Annie necklace with the little diamond eyes I did.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah. So it's like I'm going back in time.
So when you do the reunion shows, like what's the format? How is it set up?
It's more like a table like this and a meet and greet. And we take pictures with people and we talk to them, and it's really nice. It's really nice.
It's absolutely wonderful. Good for you.
And what do you do? You got performing coming up. You're on the Vegas Strip.
Yeah,
I see
I'm doing.
all the time.
I tell you, since I retired from my outside corporate direct business to business sales, I've been like big on showbiz. I'm 3 or 4 shows singing at assisted living facilities,
That's
nursing homes.
fantastic.
My Les Deegan assisted living tour.
I love it.
The Las Vegas Strip,
You know,
if you will.
I just want to throw it out there, Les,
Yes.
that I did for many, many years sing with a 19-piece big band.
I know you. Would you
Putting that out
at some point during the show?
Sometimes.
We may need to sing a song.
We may, or maybe you need a little female partner on one of your assisted living shows.
Ah, look at this. I like it.
I'm always, now I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to be pushy because that's just the way things
why not?
happen. But we have Mr. LaRocchia with us.
That's right. Instead of DC Benny, we have
DC
DC
Johnny. He's in DC. Apparently, he's in the White House. Let's bring Johnny on. Mr. LaRocchia. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we interrupt dinner?
Let me ask you a question. Why, if you order a Greek salad with shrimp, do I have to work at peeling the shrimp? Like, shouldn't that be peeled already? You're eating a salad. Now I gotta stick my hands in it.
Yeah, that should be peeled already.
Yeah, where did
Thank
you
you
get
for
that?
bringing me on. It only took each of you 30 seconds to start plugging yourselves. I'm like, I don't think they'll talk about Annie tonight. We're on a tour in Texas. We're getting together, the 3 of us.
Well, you know, John.
Yes.
I had a procedure yesterday.
You did.
I had to get cortisone shot in my neck.
Oh, that's right.
And I opted to be a big shot and not go under anesthesia.
Right. Are you under anesthesia right now?
I wish. Because let me tell you something. Not pleasant.
Really?
And you
Nice.
showed up. You
Well,
showed
I
up
showed up.
tonight.
What's the issue that you need the cortisone for?
I have some bulging discs up here in my neck that are painful.
Ooh,
It's an old yoga injury when I was a yogi.
an old yoga injury.
Because everybody
Wow,
gets
a
hurt
yoga
doing
injury.
yoga.
Oh.
So,
But I'm here, John. I'm here for
thank
you.
you guys for co-hosting as away here in Washington D.C., bringing the Laughter Saves Lives comedy tour tomorrow night to the Washington D.C. Fire and EMS Foundation. Their first event in 5 years, and Laughter Saves Lives is part of it. I'm excited. They
That's
put me up. I told you earlier. I am actually staying in the White House. They surprised me. I'm staying in the Lincoln Mistress Room. You know, there's many bedrooms in this White House, and it's next to the boiler room, way down, because nobody wanted to know the mistress was there, right? So that's
Are
where
you
they
sure
put
you're
me
not
up.
in a hotel called the White House?
No, I'm actually, Roseanne, I'm actually in the White House.
I'm going to need to see some proof. I don't
See?
I don't
Did you
know when
see
you're
it?
pulling
That
my
was
leg anymore.
Hold on. See?
If you're really in the White
Look,
House,
it's a bed. I'm telling you. Would I lie to you?
Well, listen, just be careful. I heard Biden sleepwalks. Just saying.
is Joe around? Can you get him on the air?
Joe
Does he have
is
StreamYard?
unavailable right now, Joe. He's practicing his yoga. But let me tell you this. I did a show with my friend Roseanne Sorrentino last week. We commuted. We drove to Jersey, Roseanne and I.
Yes. And you're a good
Now
driver.
here's thank you. Here's why Roseanne has a bulging disc. Do you know what it's like? Keep turning your head and sticking it out the window saying, "Shut up already!" It bulges the disc, you know, and she had no choice.
Not at all. We had lovely conversation. We went to the Wawa. We went to dinner. Butch.
Hello, Butch.
Butchie's here.
All right, Butch. How are you?
Sorry, my internet was giving me problems. It was a great night
for an hour.
Yeah, I know. It was a great night. I got to see everybody.
Yeah.
We have Pepper, we have Andy, we have Daddy Warbucks. It's just absolutely wonderful.
No, but we got to see Butch when we went to Jersey.
Ah.
Butch came to the show.
Yep, came to the show.
Butch said, here's what Butch said. Listen to this. This has cracked me up. Butch said, listen, I'm not feeling that good. I'm just going to sit. Hey, you guys, I'm going to enjoy the show. The comics are coming in. I'm sitting in the back room, right, relaxing, and I hear somebody on the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We have the 50-50 going. They're selling hamburgers and hot dogs. And I'm like, who the frig is that? Butch on the mic. He can't help himself. Can't help myself.
That's all right.
But it was good to see good old Butchie at a show. He looked wonderful. Roseanne looked wonderful. She was the prettiest girl on the show. I'm going to say that right now. I think Roseanne was the prettiest girl on that show.
Thanks, John. I was the only girl on that show.
Why'd you have to ruin it?
Actually, for a change, you were the tallest woman on the show.
I was.
Oh, see that?
Yes, I was the tallest. No, that was a fun show. That was the crowd was great. They were having a great time.
Oh, you know, but Roseanne, see, you see what you're saying? Don't go do a show at Roseanne because fans follow her. She had 2 tables of people fawning over her, bringing her cupcakes, taking pictures. And I said, let me go by and, you know, she'll probably introduce me, John, president of the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation. You know, they're taking pictures. And she said, John, get out of the way.
Everybody started singing Maybe. I don't know why.
It's embarrassing. You just got to tag along. You're like a little puppy behind her. Everybody's falling over her. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh, God. You're so funny. Funny.
LaRocchia, you're supposed to be on later. Leave them alone. Let them do the show.
All right. I'll see you later. I'm going to finish my salad. Peel my shrimp.
See you later, DC, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, but it was a good time. We did have a good time. We
He's a fun guy to take a road trip with.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, and he loves to stop.
Yes, yes.
I hate people who never want to stop the car. You know, we're going down. He's like, as soon as we get to Jersey, we're going to make a stop. And I was like, yeah, because I was thirsty by that time.
Right.
And then we got to the place, we unloaded everything. Then we went to eat. I'm like, yes, I'm hungry. And we got food.
Wow.
And then on the way back, we stopped at the Wawa.
Wow.
It was like the greatest day ever. I could have spent an hour in the Wawa. I'm
Well,
not
for
lying.
him, that's like the Wawa is.
Oh yeah, yeah. He loves the Wawa. But
He loves the Wawa.
yeah, I could have spent a lot of time in the Wawa just walking around. I wanted a snack. He wants me to try. Did you ever have I think it's called the Bear Claw.
The Bear Claw?
From 7-Eleven.
Oh, well, that's the Wawa's competition.
Right. But from 7-Eleven here, he said the Bear Claw is the best. So I think
what's in a Bear Claw?
it's like a pastry.
Oh.
I think I'm going to go get one tomorrow just so I can say I had
all
one.
Right. It'd be nice if Wawa would. I mean, they're only in Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Yeah.
You know, so never heard of a Bear Claw.
And then today I had to leave my exercise class early because I probably should not have gone to exercise class after having needles injected into my spine.
Interesting how you tell everyone you just got a cortisone shot with no anesthesia, and now you're talking about your exercise class.
Well, I had to leave because I got this headache that I've never gotten before. I was like, am I having a stroke? Is this how I'm going to go?
No, not that bad.
No, it was a bad headache. I had to leave. I had to go home. I had to take Tylenol. I had to lay on the couch like this. My daughter's calling me and she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just got a sudden headache. And I'm just going to stay on the phone with you till you get home. But it's all good. I just overdid it a little bit.
All right. Well, we're glad you're okay.
I'm
glad
fine.
you made it.
I'm fine.
This is interesting that we're sitting in front of this backdrop of fire engines. We might be the two least likely people you would want to see running into a burning building.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to see me running into a burning building.
If we would have gone to a burning building, we would probably sing the fire out.
I'd have to, because there'd be no way. First of all, there's no way. I would be great, like on the scene, keeping people calm, comforting people and whatever. Look at me. Who am I dragging out of a burning building, right? These guys are tough and they're strong and...
Don't sell yourself short. You happen to be a tough lady.
Well, I am, but I mean, maybe my adrenaline, maybe I get one small man out, but after that...
One small man. Hopefully I was the small man you got out, because I don't want to burn myself.
Because after that, I don't think the adrenaline would run out, and I don't know.
Well, look at that. They got our names spelled right.
They do.
We always get our names spelled wrong, but Laughter Saves Lives Live is a very professional organization.
I mean, on some things, I'm even given a whole new name altogether.
Oh.
Sometimes they just call me any old name.
Usually you get Sorrento, like Take Me Back to.
No, Rosemary. Yes. Tony, I see you. Yes, we are. Johnny Watson is going to be on tonight a little bit later on.
Johnny.
A little bit later on. I'm looking forward to meeting him. It's very exciting. Very exciting. So, how was your day, dear? How was your day, dear?
My day was terrific. I had a show on the Las Vegas Strip. Mm-hmm. I was at the Amber Court of Smithtown, working with Mezzi Desravine, who actually was a guest on the show once. She's also a comic who happens to be the recreation director. We met on a Facebook chat with John, and one thing led to another, and now we work together. I was singing at her assisted living facility, and we had a ball. It was a birthday party.
Oh,
and
birthday boy or birthday girl?
No, combination. It was all the November birthdays.
Oh, what's the what was like the medium age?
People were pretty much in their 80s and 90s. Wow. And I opened up with My Girl.
Nice.
Morphed into James Taylor's Your Smiling Face.
Okay.
And then came in with Punching with Satisfaction.
Really?
So go figure.
All right.
That's right. So,
that's quite a combo.
I got him going, and then we took a step back. And since last week was Veterans Day, I looked around the room and said, "Where are my veterans?" And I sang Lee Greenwood's "God Bless the USA."
Nice.
And we just had a great. I love working with seniors.
Did they dance?
They danced.
Nice.
Absolutely, they danced. So,
all right. So this isn't, because I used to, when I sang with that band, sometimes we would practice at a nursing home because it was a dual purpose. We had a space and
Right.
the people enjoyed it. But this was a nursing home. So a lot of times you're out there, you're singing, and this is what you see. Everybody's sleeping.
No, that's right. Oh,
Excuse
Johnny's
me.
back.
Yeah, Les is familiar with the sleeping people in his stand-up act. Many sleep. They call it. He goes up after the feature. They call it the nap set. But let me say, I just want to say two quick things, and then I'll leave you guys alone. Did you ever eat Vietnamese where they put a pot of soup in front of you and you get things, vegetables and stuff, and you dip it in and you cook it in the soup? Did you ever eat at a place like that?
I've eaten at a place called the Melting Pot. It's sort of like that, but
it was unbelievable last night. They give you a pot of soup. You pick out the soup. Then you order vegetables, meat, noodles, and you order it on an iPad. So lunch is free. It's free. Everything. I mean, it's $33, and I'm pressing stuff, and they are bringing out carts of food, and I'm cooking it. Now I'm full, but I'm like a cart behind. Like there's a delay, and the lady saying to me, "No. You rest and eat and finish. You rest, sir. She wanted me to sit there and wait until I get hungry again. I'm like, lady, I can't eat anymore. That's all I can eat.
A Vietnamese
can we do the pickleball segment?
No, we can't. We're already behind. Already behind. Commercial.
The pickleball segment.
No, when you're on. Jeez.
Oh,
go. Commercial. Here we go.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we are back. And we are going to bring our first guest on. Lovely gentleman, providing awareness to the veterans and the first responder community. He's a writer. Let's just bring on Mr. Eddie Molina, please.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
How are you, Eddie?
I'm doing good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. We had a good time, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I've never done this before, so I'm crossing my fingers and see what happens.
There you go. So, so first of all, how did that go for you? I mean, did you get out of that what you needed to get out? Is it going to help people?
Yes, we got quite a few veterans out that I haven't met before that night. And we
Oh.
started conversations, trying to get them to become members, but more so our priority is not membership. Our priority is to get them out and socialize, whether you meet me or each other. And that's one of the big things that we've been doing to try to put on shows like this and other events is, hey, guys, come out. And we're sticking to the goal of making it free for veterans and all military so that, we reduce any barriers. Hey, just come out and meet people, make lifelong connections and, find out you're not alone. If you have struggles, you can meet other people and share those struggles. And usually that support system is what gets them by.
Okay. I was going to say, and why is that so important for veterans, especially?
Yeah, and a lot of veterans can't relate to civilians, and we have our dark humor, which I'm glad you guys did also have dark humor because it really connected with them, and that's what we get along. We just have this understanding that we don't really understand. We just know we have that connection, and once the more veterans we get together in one place, the more resources they can get, and the more they'll get out of it. So yeah, and that'll always be our goal.
That's really wonderful too, because a lot of times it does just become about like the membership and stuff. So it's nice that you're just trying to bring people together so that they have one another, which is, incredibly important. I would say, especially as you get older,
Yeah.
you when you're young, you're out there, you're doing stuff. But as you get older, there were a lot of older veterans there and they just were having the best time and laughing and having a great time.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie.
What's up, brother?
I got to tell you, I obviously, John mentioned it. I was there. And, I mean, the connection with the comics was great. But to have, which is what we try and put on shows, especially with the military, is to have a comic who was in the military at the show. And Kenny Michaels just home run, just nailed it out of Roseanne was great. John was great. And Joe, our headliner, but man, Kenny just made that connection. And it was just, and we should mention our new comic, your brother, Kenny Molina, got up and did some stuff too.
Yes. And he did a great job. How did he feel after that?
He felt good. We haven't even discussed it in depth of like, how did it go? He's a busy guy, so I never see him. That was, we crossed paths, but we didn't even talk about it that night. But that was something he's been talking about for literally decades now because we're getting old. And we were going to the Stress Factory and the amateur night just to check it out. So it's been on the back of his mind. I'm like, what better time than now to finally actually follow through with that?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't even step on a stage to do comedy until I was 50.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
yeah.
I'm a newbie, but it's something I always wanted to do. So I applaud him for doing it. And he did great. He looked very relaxed and very at ease.
Yeah. And I was thinking it was going to be like a complete train wreck, which would have been funny in that way, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And I was like,
brother.
Yeah, I was like, it's going to go one way or the other. It's going to be okay or it's going to be a train wreck. And I was expecting the train wreck. But yeah, he did great. And hopefully he sticks with it because I want to see him do that again because, why not?
Sure.
Yeah, he did a great job. Just tell him that he needs punchlines. But other than that, I thought he was wonderful. But it was nice to see him get up there, as the commander. Everybody enjoyed him. I just wanted to quickly thank you for putting the night together, for having Roseanne and I come down there and the other two comics. We had a ball. Everybody was so nice. And we can't wait. We can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a home run on all levels. And I'm looking forward to the next one. We're already talking about dates and like, hey, when could we do it? When should we do it? Because we don't want to do it every week and water it down. We want to find the right timing, maximize and get more people out and just make it bigger and better.
Oh, my favorite part was walking in with Mullet Mike with a few drinks in him going, hey, I'm going up tonight. I'm Mullet Mike. And you walk to the door and I go talk to Mullet Mike, please. Mullet Mike is not going up tonight.
Yeah, he's by far our class clown, and it's not. And this is what the other thing we're doing is we're connecting with the other VFWs instead of having rivalries. We're having partnerships. So he's not even a member of our club, but we're working together. And I would say a good 30 people were from the other two clubs that we're connected with. So they came to support and also have a good time. So Mullet Mike is the class clown for all the clubs.
Well, but that's great. See, that's what you should do, because you help each other then, and then all the events that you have are just that much more successful if you're all pulling together and getting the word out.
Yes.
So what have you got coming up for you?
We're really going to pursue in the immediate short term. We're doing the Army Navy game. We're trying to make a big deal out of it because I went to the game when it was at MetLife a few years ago, and the energy was just. If you've never been, it's a bucket list in life.
Yeah.
It's unlike any other football game I've ever been to. Everyone's 100% friendly. You don't see the same, drunks that you see at a typical football game. Sometimes I'm one of them. Everyone's polite. There is no animosity. There's no. It's and not just that, but the traditions and the ceremonies, and it was unbelievable. So I'm like, why don't we recreate that here at the club, because we have a nice big club. We'll try to get Army, Navy paraphernalia and everything, and just try to make an event out of it. Yeah, so that's our next short-term one. It won't be an open to the public thing. We're just trying to get the veterans from the other clubs, just to that little rivalry, but another socialism, another social.
Part of what we want to do at Laughter Saves Lives is put together. We're putting together a docuseries about the organizations we work with, not about the comics only. We come in 1 day, 2 days. You guys are there every week doing for the veterans, whatever. I want to give a little shout out to the chef that night. All right. He was back there making his burgers. Was he making whatever, hot dogs, working his ass off to serve the veterans. That's the kind of people that I love to meet at these events. It's those people that are behind the scenes that nobody notices sometimes, but they're there all the time. What was his name?
Well, we call him Caucasian Dave because we have Asian Dave, so he's Caucasian Dave.
Okay.
Well, thank Caucasian Dave. He did a wonderful job.
Yeah, and they smelled amazing. They smelled so good, those hamburgers.
Yeah, you know what? Our fan hasn't been working. We're like, we'll just open the doors, and that kind of bit us on the butt that night. So that was more of a stress. Hey, let's fix this fan so we can get this smell out there. But yeah, it wasn't supposed to be that smoky, but at least it added to the literal flavor. Yeah,
oh, well,
it was fine.
Laughter saves lives. We're used to it being a little smoky.
Well, that's what. But Roseanne is right, and Les knows. Les did a show for me the same night at the what was it, American Legion Hall?
Right, the Seaford American Legion Hall to raise money for the Seaford Lions.
And those are the kind of shows that are our staple. We love working with the down to earth, blue collar. You're out there working, you're working hard, you're volunteering on the side. We love doing those shows. I mean, Les's show was fantastic. Les sang a few tunes, did a little comedy, and we had 3 other comics. It was a great night.
You know what it is? It's just real people. It's like the salt of the earth people. They just want to have fun, have a good time. I mean, they were laughing, they were having a great time. It wasn't about anything other than coming together and being together and enjoying one another's company.
Can I tell you something? And aside from like all the laughs and everything and all the mingling, it really was special at the end of the night after the 50-50 and raffle. I asked for all the veterans to stand, and then I sang Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA, and that's how we ended the night, and everybody was singing. And it's like I almost remember that more than all the jokes and the laughs.
Yeah.
Because it was like something that meant something for everyone. It was a great night. We missed you. But I see that you were busy giving somewhere else.
Yeah. But what was kind of funny, Eddie, I don't know if you noticed this. We opened up the night with the Star Spangled Banner. We had a DJ. We had a guy who did sound for us, which was so nice. He did a great job.
Yeah.
And then I said, close the show with God Bless America. He played the longest version of God Bless America I've ever heard, where, it's going on for 10 minutes and then it's like, God, Boom, 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 and it started off, and I'm standing up front like, this is nice, but holy crap, right?
Yeah, you're going like, I got a Wawa I need to get to. I don't have time for this.
I need the Wawa.
I need the Wawa.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah, I do want to throw in that was Asian Dave that was controlling the radio.
Oh, that was Asian Dave. All right. Okay,
Dave.
that's
And what a nice guy. How helpful was he, Roseanne?
Oh,
he was awesome.
Phenomenal. He was phenomenal. We literally didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And Roseanne, with all the roses that the fans were throwing at her feet and stuff, she even noticed Asian Dave. You know, it was hard because everybody was crowding around her and giving her stuff and presents and stuff, but she still noticed.
I can't with you. I just can't. So Eddie, when it comes to you are writing right now, I know, are you still writing? Do you have anything in the works? Are you publishing anything or?
Well, right now, I'm working on articles and nonprofits. Those are going to be my focus. The articles is sometimes it's just news stuff and the first responder news, but I also love to cover nonprofit organizations because the one theme I've learned over the years is every nonprofit has an origin story and why they picked that particular nonprofit, and that story is usually the most fascinating part of it. So I like to retell why people, and even like John's, for example, I look forward to covering that soon. That's another example of how did this nonprofit come about? It didn't come out of nowhere. There was something drove it to there for that particular one, and those are the stories I want to tell, and also let people know they exist so that they can connect with it. Some nonprofits are better for some people than others, and that's why I bring awareness to it so that people can pick and choose which one they'd like to pursue and find out more about, whether it's donating or getting the help from that organization.
And there was a lovely girl, by the way. I wanted to selling the tickets up front. She had a beautiful name. What was that woman's name that was selling the tickets?
Fatima.
What is it?
Fatima.
Fatima, beautiful lady. And I'm up there and I'm doing my old Johnny L little flirting thing. Hey, Fatima, that's a beautiful name. Wow,
Yeah.
What a nice lady you are. And she goes, oh, thank you so much. She goes, yeah, Eddie's my husband. And I'm flirting with your wife over there without you telling me. Eddie's letting me go. Eddie's letting me go. No, she was so nice and such a sweet lady. Tell her we said hello.
I will. You know
nice.
what? Did you get anywhere? Because I know I don't.
Very good.
I just wanted to say that actually
was the show. I love it.
I love it.
That was inspired by Roseanne's bit book because Fatima loved you, by the way. She couldn't stop talking about it the whole night. I was like, well, I know it was the material really connected with her, but she really loved you.
Oh, thank you.
No, she was a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart.
She is.
Yeah.
She's great.
It was a great night. It was a great night. Great people. That's what we love.
Absolutely. Well, Eddie, thank you so much. It was really such a pleasure to be a part of it. I really enjoyed myself. Even, I kind of bullied my way onto it. I had to bully John, be like, I want to be on that show.
Yeah.
But I'm so very, very happy that I got a chance to be there. And thank you for all that you're doing for the veterans and helping them stay connected.
I do want to close with since I've kind of
God bless America.
Yeah, well, you got 20 minutes. Since I've got more connected with the VFW, I want to close with that. Me and Mullet Mike, for example, Asian Dave, and a couple of us we call ourselves young guys who are under 50.
Sure.
We're really trying to connect with the younger veterans because there are so many Iraq and Afghanistan veterans out there that just want nothing to do with VFW. So we're really trying to do everything we can, and this shows another example of it, is to put ourselves on the map and broadcast to everyone, especially those veterans, hey, it's not an old person's club where they're just sitting around a bar and drinking. We're doing stuff. And we're looking at different activities. One of the ones I came up with just the other day, I was like, why don't we rent a bus, do a fundraiser, and take that bus for veterans and their families to go to USS Intrepid in Manhattan and then follow up by going to Legends Bar and Grill, which is a bar owned by a veteran in Manhattan. Make a day out of it. Bring the kids. I'm like, it's not. Yeah, and that's another one. We're trying to connect with younger veterans, and we're trying to change the stigma that's attached to VFW, that it's not.
We'd love to meet you there. We'd love to meet you there. If
that's
you
a great idea.
Yeah. So we're putting in the work for that.
Or maybe Les and I and Roseanne or whoever can come to the VFW one night, and we can have a little comedy competition with a few of the VFWs where they, send over a few guys who are funny, and we pick the funniest one, and he's in the next show for 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Great
We'll get
idea.
together. We'll do an amateur night, night, and then we'll pick one comic who will be in the next show.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And that's we're looking for ideas. We're trying to think outside the box. We're trying to break, what people expect from VFWs and even American Legions. It all boils down to the same mission: get out, have fun, save a life. Because sometimes it comes down to that.
Yeah. Well, good for you. Thank you for all your hard work.
Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Right back. We're going to take a quick break.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
All right. We are back.
We're back.
We are back, and we have a comedian.
A comedian.
We do. Well, we're a bunch of comedians.
We're all comedians. Everybody's a comedian.
Everybody's a comedian. Even my doctor was a comedian. I said, "Is this really going to hurt?" He goes, "I'm not going to feel a thing." I said, "I don't need a comedian as a doctor." That was that actually happened. All right. So we have, you know who he is, right? Johnny Watson?
Well,
Right?
I can actually, when I see him, he may not remember me, but I met him back in, I think, 2003.
Hold on a sec. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We have to bring we're going to bring the other pain in the ass, John, comedian back. He's going to talk. And then we'll bring Johnny on. Bring Johnny on a normal 8:45.
I don't have to talk. I don't have to talk much more. I just wanted to do the quick pickleball segment for 2 minutes, and then I can be out and let them interview Johnny. I'm anxious to see Johnny. I haven't seen him in years, so that's going to be pretty cool. So let's do our pickleball intro. All right.
Pickleball.
So last week we went 5-0, right? So the head of the league, the Stunad, my friend Mark there, puts in the newsletter, Laughter Saves Lives was the only team that went 5-0. We played the bottom of the schedule. So we get there this week, and there are people gunning for us now. These two young kids came up and go, "Oh, you guys are Laughter Saves Lives? All right, we're gunning for you, right?" So we played very competitive games, but we went 1-3. All right. Now our fifth game is against the number 1 seed. We've never played the number 1 seed.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laughter Saves Lives 11, number 1 seed 9. Bada bing!
Ooh! Wow!
That's all I had to say about the pickleball segment. We're back out there this week. Monday night, me and Livy.
All right. Well, congratulations. That's great. And Johnny Oropia out. And now we're going to bring in.
Do I get another shot at
You
this?
get another shot. Go ahead.
All right. Our guest tonight, our comedy guest, he's a very funny guy. He's a national headliner. I met him once many years ago. We'll see if I can recreate that moment. Anyway, Johnny Watson. How are you, Johnny?
Hey, it's me.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, how are you? How you doing, Roseanne? How are you guys?
Do you remember this guy?
Of course I do. Who doesn't remember Les? Come on. He's a legend.
He's unforgettable.
He's a legend. It's great to see you.
It was a bar in Rockville Center on Sunrise Highway.
Right.
That seemingly was like a Manhattan type of bar. I don't know, like if Liz Mealy, Jim Mandrinos, Joe Conti might have been there.
Sure. Right,
And
the whole
I was
gang.
very wet behind the ears, and you were like terrific in front of all 5 people in the audience.
Thank you very much. I do my best with 5 people, so
I
that's
know
good.
you do good. But what were you in the Navy?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was in the Navy. I joined the Navy because I graduated last in my high school class, And I had, like, when I didn't have a lot of options. And like when you join the military, they have like a test you take to see if you qualify for schools. I took this test and I qualified for every single school, which scared the hell out of me, Les, because a month prior I couldn't pass algebra, but now I can handle nuclear weapons. That really scared me, guys. So,
That is a scary thought.
That's
actually.
a scary thought. It is a scary thought. And it's weird with the Navy, though, because let's be honest, the uniform, Les, of the Navy, not the most attractive one. In fact,
bottoms, right?
Well, in fact, they're very progressive now. Like they're letting in everybody. Everybody come in. You can say you're openly gay now. They will let you into the military, right? You could say you're a zebra. Nobody cares anymore. You could say whatever you want, right? And the Navy, you think of all the services, would be the most gay friendly. Let's be honest, right? The uniform alone we wore says, "Come on in, gay people. Look what we're wearing. Get in here and dance."
Yeah, but women go crazy for Fleet Week.
They love the Fleet Week. My mother loved Fleet Week.
And they love the uniforms. I think it looks great, personally.
Well, the uniforms are great. Here's the difference, though. Whenever I see, the Marines are part of the Navy, right? The Marines are part of the Navy.
Did you know that?
Yes, the Marines are actually part of the Navy. And you ever see the Marine uniform? How awesome does the Marine uniform look?
It is pretty impressive.
It's impressive. Every time I see a Marine uniform, I'm like, wow, as an American, I feel so protected. When I see a Navy uniform, I'm like, wow, I can go for a box of Cracker Jacks. So, yes.
The uniform you're wearing right now is very impressive, I think.
Thank you very much. But Roseanne, you had to get some cortisone shots.
I did.
I got them in my shoulders. They're very painful.
Oh, very painful. I was not prepared for the level of pain.
No, not at all.
I should have said, yeah, knock me out. What am I doing?
Did you also get a yoga injury?
I have a yoga injury. It's like funny playing pickleball. John's talking about playing pickleball. I play hockey, and pickleball sounds more violent than hockey. But these guys, they sound actually extreme. I mean, I don't get it.
Well, they're teaching me how to play pickleball right now,
Right.
So they're being very gentle with me.
That's nice.
But when I'm not playing and I watch them, they're beasts.
Yes,
it's a great game. We love it.
You play quite a bit?
Yeah. And like John and I were both former tennis players.
Me
We
too.
played
I'm
a
a
lot of
tennis
tennis,
player.
and then when pickleball came up, we kind of morphed into it, and it's just like more fun, and it's like more exercise, and we're like better at pickleball than we are at tennis.
I love tennis. I'm yet to play pickleball. I'm yet to try it, but I would love to try it. I'm getting over some cancer. I don't know if you guys.
No.
Yeah, only because I've followed you on Facebook for a very long time.
Yeah, I had stage 4 non-Hodgkin's T-cell rich B-cell lymphoma, so I was getting over that. And it's weird though when I first got diagnosed, I was playing tennis less, and I fell, so my back was hurting very bad, right? So on the way to the hospital, I'm like, please God, just don't let it be a herniated disc, anything but a herniated disc. And then the doctor's like, you got cancer. I'm like, how about that herniated disc?
Perspective.
Let's talk about that for a little bit. Yeah. So it was scary, but I got through it, and now I'm trying to get back into all my sports because my doctor did said with my back, I got to be careful because I had 5 tumors on my back.
Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah. So I had to take care of that. So, I'm back and, been doing a lot of shows and just very exciting. Very excited.
So glad you're healthy again. What a lousy adventure this must have been.
Oh, it was terrible. Les, let me tell you something. I remember your singing, and you were absolutely terrific, by the way.
Well, thank you.
I love listening to you. I really do. And Roseanne, I understand you're newer in comedy now.
I am. I've been doing this now about 5 years.
That's fantastic. And you love it?
I do love it. It's crazy, but something I always wanted to try. And then I said to my daughter, because my daughter does it too, and I said, let's take a class. And we did, and we went, this is fun. Yeah. And she's fantastic. She's young. She's fantastic.
This all over. Well, what you guys are doing with all the all the shows that you're putting on and for Laughter Saves Lives, that's amazing. And it's such a great thing. I do, I've done, USO type of stuff. And it's so important. It's so important, to do that. I mean, these guys and girls love it. And it's great to give back to them also,
Do you do a lot of US shows, USO shows?
I was doing quite a few. And, I did like the last one I did was I did something recently, and it was great. It was great. They appreciate it. And, as a vet myself, and especially now as a disabled vet, it's weird to call myself a disabled vet, but I am. It's just, it's great to do it. I enjoy it. And it's been such a big part of my life that, I mean, these are some of my favorite shows to do are these type of shows. So,
So what do you have coming up?
I've got to speak, and I'm going to be at McGuire's this weekend.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Out in Bohemia.
Yes, it's my first time there. So pop on in if you get a chance.
Watch this.
Oh, my.
I had to. Why does he have it on in the bathroom? We didn't see anything.
No, but I have no words for what I just saw.
Yeah. I had to.
I can't.
Why is he doing that?
Wow. I feel like I just got more disabled.
I'm sorry.
My eyes, no. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? If I was there, I'd scrub you down if I was there. It's been a long time. If I was there, I'd scrub you down. Doing great. Thank you.
Thanks for doing the show.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
It's hilarious.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You gotta get back to do what you do.
Don't forget to contribute.
Well, I usually don't talk to naked men in the shower, but maybe something I should pick up from now on.
Well, that's the beauty of this show, Johnny. You just never know what the heck is going to happen.
Right.
Well, I don't know if I should have been a part of that, but
I don't think any of us.
I don't know how I feel about that, Roseanne.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it either.
This is great. You guys are great.
I mean,
you really are.
Listen, if I'm being honest, I haven't seen a naked man in a long time, so wasn't that bad.
Well, I'm sorry that had to be your new beginnings.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So we were saying, what have you got coming up? You're going to be at McGuire's this weekend.
This weekend, and then I
Saturday
got
and Sunday or Friday and Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. I'll be at McGuire's.
Nice.
And then, then after that, I'm out in Pennsylvania for a little tour, and then just touring around a little bit. So so I'm busy, which is good.
That's great.
Glad you're back in the fold.
Les, I'm happy to be back in the fold. You know how it is.
I can imagine.
When you're away from it, it's you just miss it so much, and you really are truly privileged to be doing it, on any level of this comedy game. It's tough to get it. You hear so many people, as you've heard so many times, I could never do that. And then you realize that a lot of them can't. And then it is a privilege to be doing, stand-up comedy on any level.
Let me ask you, with your health scare and everything that you went through, and I know I'm like this whenever something happens, were you like, this is scary, but God, I'm going to have a lot of good material.
Yeah. It's weird. Just like a divorce, like when you're in it, you don't think at first. And then as time goes on a little bit, you're like, wow, okay, I can turn that into something, and I can turn that. Yeah. You're 100% right. Absolutely. That's like one of the good things. And it's so deep, and it's like, it's my own, that, it's really personal, that you really make it yours, so yeah.
Well, yeah. And absolutely. I think only people who've experienced something like that can really joke about it. I think if you've never experienced it and you try to make cancer funny, people are going to be like, that's not funny.
Right.
But coming from, hey, this happened to me.
Right. I think anything that is personal to you, it could be very funny. I just think it is. And I think that when you're going through your own story and your own journey, that, you're the storyteller. You're giving them the reason why they should follow you. in your story. So no matter what subject you're talking about, in my opinion, you can make it relatable.
Were you with like nurses and doctors at some point? Were you just like cracking them up?
Yeah. I think that was I think it was. It's funny because when I was like going through it all, like they find out you're a comedian, and Les, this probably happened to you too. They find out you're a comedian, and all of a sudden, no matter what, you're laying there, dying, and they're making jokes to you.
Actually, a couple of years ago, I had a scare. My heart rate went down to 29. My electrical system shut down, and I was rushed to the hospital. And I had to get a pacemaker.
Right.
And of course, I would tell them what I did. And aside from all the pain and the scariness, we had a blast.
It's incredible, right? You're having a great time. Like my doctor's laughing, you go, oh, you're going to make this into great material, oh, you got 4 months to live. So
work quick.
Work.
Well, listen, I found out today that my doctor has my number in her phone as comedian Roseanne.
That's hysterical.
Nice.
That's hysterical. Oh my God.
I don't even know why I'm in her phone. She never calls me, but well, that is great. I really appreciate you sharing.
John.
Oh, good God Almighty, John.
They give you robes in the White House. Look,
Well, they did, for crying out loud.
Can you see? I'm sorry. Could you see under the towel? Johnny, thanks for doing the show.
Oh, thank you.
You let's get you on the Laughter Saves Live show, please.
Anytime. I would. John, be a privilege. It really would be.
Okay. And I just called my wife. I'm getting divorced. I need 5 minutes of new material.
John, when you ask Johnny to close the show, you're not supposed to take off your clothes.
I called my wife and I said, Google Johnny Watson. He said I need a divorce to get 5 minutes of material. So she'll be in touch with you, Johnny.
Well,
thanks, John. Thank you, John. Pleasure.
Broadcast, you might be in trouble.
I know.
Risque. Well, Johnny Watson, thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, go get him in McGuire.
Kill Long Island.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, I think we have, we're going to one more commercial, aren't we? Do we have another commercial?
We're good. We're about 2 minutes from the end of the show, so
all right.
We can talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Did you, John? Did you want to shave for us?
Yeah.
I mean,
they have his body. I asked Claudia Bonavita this when we all stayed in the hotel. Is the body wash that they have in the showers soap, or is that just to make you smell better?
It's soap.
It is soap, right?
Yes, body wash.
Body wash, yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be body soap?
Body wash. You wash your body with it.
All right, I got to get back in the shower.
It smells good.
I got to get back in the shower then. I'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye, John.
I think that's a first.
This was a very bizarre show.
It certainly was.
This was a bizarre show. So now, you know what? End of the show. We had to see John naked multiple times. Let's do some plugs. Thursday, November 16th, 2023. Where's that going to be, Les? Because I can't see.
That's going to be in Washington, D.C., November 16th. That's
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
So if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, that's tomorrow. We got any others, Bobby?
All right. Oh, this is going to be November 30th. I'll be performing with Roseanne's daughter, Bridget.
Oh, yeah, with Bridget. Yeah.
That's right. With John Sano, Frank Fiella.
Nice.
Going to raise some money for the Mifsud family of Merrick. Looking forward to that.
Fantastic. And that's it, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was a great show. Les, I had a blast.
So how should we sign off like CBS News anchors?
Well, just so you know, next week will be a repeat because it is party night. It's the night before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So it will be a repeat next week. And then we'll be back live the following week where I think we're going to have from the folks from the Arbor in, aren't we, Les?
December 6th is a woman from the Arbors.
December
Yes.
6th.
All
So
right.
we'll be on vacation. We want to wish all of our viewers a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time
Happy
with your
Thanksgiving.
families.
All right.
And we'll see you.
That's a wrap.
That's it. Thanks, everybody. I can't. Take us out, Bobby. Please.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? They circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.